Welcome everybody to the Geek'd Out podcast. Right now, this is our third episode. Yay. All right, so here you have me, Cedric, and you got Santana. Right now, we're gonna do a little announcement.
Well, for Denver, anyways, we'll talk about the Denver appearance for Run the Jewels and Wutang Clan.
So all right, so we got the Wutang Clan Run the Jewels tour.
Fiddler's Green,
Yeah.
Fiddlers.
Yeah, there you go. Fiddlers, Dillers, Amphitheater.
July 4th.
Which is kind of a bad time for most people, especially us.
Well,
because Denver Comic Con is going to be on that same
yeah,
week.
Fan Expo Denver is July 4th for 3 days, or 4 days, I think, because they expanded it. The concert's that day, and it's also my daughter, a.k.a. Noe Beats. It's her birthday, too, so she just looked at me, and I'm like, man. I was like, I already got invited to the concert. I'm like, bro, I can't go. I'm going to try to catch one of the Texas dates for that.
So they have July the 7th in Chicago, and the Texas dates, they have June 13th, 14th, and 15th. And each one will be one day at each city. So
What cities are they?
So 13th is going to be Fort Worth, 14th is going to be Houston, and then 15th is going to be Austin. So they're going to have...
Well, my mom already lives in Austin. I don't have to get hotel room. I'll just drive straight out there.
Go straight out there. And that ain't even that far away either. So...
Oh, no. And then Marcus lives in Corpus Christi. That's only like a 2 or 3 hour drive, so maybe he might...
Go drive. I know he already got tickets.
He got tickets to the... I'm going to
have
hit him up, see where he got his tickets at, because I'll have to definitely go to that one.
Yeah, so if you... Wherever you at, no matter if you're here in Colorado or whatever, they got a ton of tour dates. Just check it out to see the announcements. And as a segue into Wu-Tang Clan, Santana has some kind of, sweet collection here.
Always try to have something related.
Yeah.
The Backpack Nerds.
Yep.
We like that hip-hop. Random different hip-hop, but we got Howard the Duck. This is the variant. The Howard the Duck number 2. This is the Run the Jewels variant with Rocket Raccoon. Then there was the second printing. There's also a different printing, I think that's in black and white with this one, but the Black Panther, another Run the Jewels variant. Deadpool Secret Wars, another Run the Jewels variant. And for people that are very familiar but also not familiar with who Run the Jewels are, Killer Mike and LP. So LP was formerly a solo artist, but before that he was with a group called Company Flow. This, End to End Burners, Crazy Kings 2, the video for this is just... It's in a subway, and they got this 3D graffiti just flowing throughout the whole thing. But, we got RZA, got a Raekwon one here, but this is the classic right here, the Cream Mystery of Chess Boxing single 12-inch on vinyl with the acapella.
Everything around me.
I should have brought the Inspector Deck one, but I have the album somewhere. I can't find the actual album because I bought the album.
Yep. And just in general, I like the fact that Marvel has been doing hip hop covers and homages, mostly because it
homages.
Hey, that's even better. Homages. No, but I like the fact that they are inculcating a lot of they're trying to not drag in, but try to get black culture involved in a lot of stuff, especially for nerds. Minority nerds that are into
all of them.
Too.
A lot of them rappers are hardcore into the comic books because Method Man was on. I can't remember what he was on. Was it? I don't know if it was Jimmy Kimmel or what's his face from Saturday Night Live that has his own talk show that has the Roots as his backing band because he loves hip hop.
Jimmy Fallon.
It was either Jimmy Kimmel or Jimmy Fallon. He was on there and he was talking about how he wants to just have. Even if it's just a cameo appearance like in a Marvel movie. And I'm like, that would be dope because I know he's like a hardcore comic book dude. So is RZA and all of them.
Oh, yeah.
There's plenty of stuff for the collecting community as far as hip-hop goes, especially like MF Doom.
Yeah.
Got his persona, who he was formerly of KMD. But he adopted the Doctor Doom persona. Czarface, Sean Price, who passed away, was doing comic book art on the covers right there.
Kid Cudi.
Kid Cudi. Like, there's a lot of these dudes. I mean, a lot of them grew up on kung fu flicks, anime, comic books.
Yeah.
Like,
this part is. And so, in my personal opinion, this was one of my favorite. You can put up that favorite hip hop covers that was done. That's the Spider-Man 1 Miles Nas homage. So that's my like grill of those hip hop covers there.
And I got mine. Let me take it out of the plastic.
Oh
so
yeah,
it shows a little bit better. But
yeah, they don't serve no justice in that bag. So we got that Dr. Dre.
Yep, Dr. Dre, the Chronic, Doctor Strange, the Mystic.
Yeah.
This one was a really cool cover. So this was a run that Marvel had started in 2014, and I believe they wrapped up in 2017. And I can't remember offhand how many covers there was. It's either 143 different covers they did or 147, but it was 140 something. I have all of them except for the very elusive Deadpool number 2. That's a 1 in 100. That Deadpool number 2 is Vanilla Ice. The first Vanilla Ice album that came out. That's what that Deadpool one is. But we'll just do a quick run through of some of them. We got Rocket Raccoon, Tribe Called Quest. This one we actually got signed by David Mack, courtesy of our friend Ricky Beans, because they were in town for Denver Fan Expo. That was like, what, 3 years ago though, wasn't it? Or 4 years ago?
Longer than that.
You know this one.
Kid Cudi.
Kid Cudi. Nobody ever gets this one right. Even the magazines and websites that were covering these. But this is Lil B, the bass god, but they got the album that it was the homage to wrong. Schoolie D. Lupe Fiasco. Grandmaster Flash. We got another LP. So this is LP, one of his solo albums. This isn't anything to do with Run the Jewels.
See if you can tip it a little bit more.
Forward?
That light is like shining on.
Oh,
glare.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's better.
All right. Yeah, because they're still in the plastic.
Yeah.
Grave Diggers. Eminem. Some of these are very, very obvious.
Yeah.
Outcast. Joey, I don't know if I can even say his last name, but Joey Bad A.
Yeah.
Master Ace. Big Sean. Onyx. 50 Cent. Spita Andretti. This one we were discussing for a while beforehand. Not only is this an homage cover to a hip hop album, the hip hop cover itself, the album is an homage to a Marvin Gaye album that uses a very famous painting that if you're a fan of older TV shows, that painting was actually shown on Good Times.
Yep.
Diggable Planets. Nicki Minaj. This is one of my favorite ones. This Deadpool one for Bun B's Trill.
There you go.
Very obvious one when you realize what it is, but Will Smith's Big Willie style. This one was Future.
Yep.
And another very obvious one. Obviously, we're not going to say the name on the podcast because we don't want to get banned or anything like that, but this is Tupac, Strictly for My Ninjas.
Yep.
That's just a small sampling. Some of the other covers are very, very obvious. I couldn't find them, but they had one for Cream. There's a Death Row Tupac, All Eyes on Me one.
Yep.
There's a Kanye West one.
Yep.
I can't remember the Kanye West album though, but it's the one where it has the real super intricate pattern. So it's obviously not the first two where he's the bear. Which they should have done one for like College Dropout or
and did like a
or Late
Rocket
Registration.
Raccoon in the front
Yeah.
or something. Yeah, that'd been cool.
Yeah, maybe I'll do one of those.
Yeah. They had actually there was two more Eminem ones because there was a higher price one. What was it had?
So yeah, there's one there's an Iron Man one.
Yep.
But they've done a couple of them. There's an Eminem one where it's the Punisher cover from the first Punisher one, but that's not part of this hip hop.
Oh yeah, that's
this
right.
hip hop
That
run.
was
But there are other ones. Double XL actually had put one out too inside the magazine. So if you have that Double XL magazine, the comic book in there is worth like I think like $100 or $200.
Yeah.
So
And I forgot one of my favorite ones was that X-23 DMX cover. That one's bad.
oh, that one is dope too because she's just like that. That was what
Yeah.
Blood of My Blood, Flesh of My Flesh. That album homage was dope. And then it was already doing solid numbers as far as resale value goes because I think it was like a $30 or $40 book, and then it kind of crept up to around 50. And as soon as DMX died, everybody scrambled to get that book, and that book shot up to over $100. I know it settled down in price a little bit, but it's still hovering around $100 right now. But they did all kinds of classic ones. They did Slick Rick ones. They did Slick Rick. They did some De La Soul albums. I'm trying to think of some of the other really hot ones. Oh, they did some Lil Wayne ones.
Yep.
The Spidey one. The Spidey one. I think it was what was it? The Carter 3 or 4, whatever. And then Spidey has his like little graduation hat on. That one was sick. I saw that one, and I'm not a huge Lil Wayne fan, but the album was clean. Eric B. and Rakim with Spider-Man and Deadpool was another dope one. Yeah. Man, there's just too many.
Oh yeah.
One of these days, when I find the long box that has all of them in there, I'm going to get them all out. Obviously, like I said, I don't have the Deadpool #2 one. I'm still trying to track that one down. But if you can find that book is like a $300 to $500 book, depending on what day of the week somebody decides to sell it on.
Yeah.
It's just too hard for me to get right now. I found a Mexican version of it somebody had, and they were selling them for like $20 or $30 a copy. And I was like, God, do I want the Mexican version? I just want the regular one. But I was like, man, I'm going to have to just track down the Mexican one for $20 because it's the only way I'm going to get that one.
Yep. And so on our next topic, we got going Santana. He does a lot of art on blanks, and that's probably like his whole main thing, especially when it comes to collections. So he's going to show us some of the...
we'll show off some of them. We'll start off one with my own hip-hop homage. This was a Thanos one that I did, and it's Tupac, Me Against the World, but it's Thanos, Me Against the Universe. So I kind of did a little something on the back. I hate when blanks have white on the back because I don't like unused space. So I just did old school looking Thanos with the Kango hat and Adidas sweatband. He's got the big old square frame glasses, the gold rope, Adidas tracksuit. And I just threw up a little Thanos graffiti on there, Southside Titan. But if you notice, the Thanos is spelled out in all of the colors of the Infinity Jewels. So that was a little thing to the Infinity Gauntlet. But yeah, I did this one a while back. We might be doing Creators Con. So Creators Con is stuff that it's a convention for people that make stuff. So I might take some of these with some of the custom Hot Wheels and some other stuff. If Cedric does cosplay too, so if we can get a bunch of stuff together, you might see us at Creators Con later on this year on the south side of town here in Colorado Springs. But this is a Miles Morales homage. This is Uncanny X-Men 212 with Wolverine versus Sabretooth. A Spider-Man homage to the same book. It's just the opposite. So on the original one, if you had the direct edition, this would have been Wolverine. It would have been Uncanny X-Men 212, and then it would have had the little character heads in there from the X-Men, and then this would have been Spider-Man's face. So this is why it has Wolverine's face in there. But Uncanny X-Men 212, if you haven't heard me say it in a previous podcast or on Facebook or in person, if you've seen me at any of the shows or the Whatnot sales that I was doing before, Uncanny X-Men 212 is the first comic book I ever owned. So the first blank cover that I ever did was an homage to the first comic book I ever owned. A C-3PO one. This one actually glows in the dark. This one was kind of interesting because this was actually a Blue Line artwork book. So what Blue Line is if you reproduce it in black and white, the blue lines do not show up. So it's something that illustrators use, like comic book artists might do some sketching in Blue Line, and they'll ink some of the stuff, and then they'll do a black and white, and the blue lines don't show up. So this had a very loose Blue Line artwork for the Veritech. So I just inked over the Blue Line artwork, added more detail, and then just did the Robotech one on there. Here's another little hip-hop one that I did. You got a little Peter Porker Spectacular Spider-Ham Miles Morales down there with his J's on there. fighting a venomized graffiti spray paint can. And then this one I just wrapped up today. I'm not sure who's fans of Planet of the Apes, but this one's just all marker. I did the pencils real quick for it and just colored it in today. So yeah, just some of the stuff that I like to do. This is not my best artwork, but the best stuff is hanging in the hallway in the basement.
You got some good stuff, and we're probably going to end up, not probably, will.
Yeah.
We're going to be doing giveaways that has to do with giving away some of Santana's art on blanks, whether it's going to be like a free giveaway commission or just an already done blanks that you can choose from. But yeah, so Santana's going to have the heat on that one. Did you want to talk about the Transformers?
Yeah, we could get into the Transformers. Okay. See, I should have swapped out the He-Man toys and brought my my Transformers and then set those up for that. But
so next we have on the segment, we got these Transformers trading cards that Santana has hooked up here.
So I happened to order 2 boxes. I still got one sealed, but this is the Transformers 40th anniversary set. There is 24 packs, 10 cards per pack. You have a chance at a box topper, and the box toppers, I believe, have metal cards in them. I didn't get a box topper out of the first box that I opened, but because there's 240 cards in the set, and there's only, in the box, there's only 110 cards, I believe, in the base set. I did happen to get an entire set. So yeah, so it'll be base designs like you see on the original packaging, and then after that it'll jump to a puzzle set, which is the artwork that was on the back of the packaging. So if you own Transformer that are still boxed up or have any of the retro reissue packaging, you'll see some of this artwork on those. But it's the original art that was issued on there. So you got a bunch of those. Then when you get away from so it'll jump to single characters, then a puzzle piece. Then they have these ones right here, which are based on the actual toys. So then you'll have those ones with the toys. You have 2 checklists, an Autobot Decepticon checklist, and then it'll just keep it going. So you'll have Autobots and Decepticons on both of the checklists. Here are some of the insert cards. I didn't get a whole lot of insert cards, but I will open up the box that was open. I need to put this in a top loader though, but you do get a chance of getting autographed cards.
I'm gonna have to get close with those. Yep.
So I managed to get one of those. I did get extra insert cards, and my favorites though was the parallel cards. So you get a foil parallel in every pack of cards that you get. So there's 110 foil parallel cards. Obviously, I only opened up the one box. I did pull an auto, so there was not a foil in that one because I got one parallel. I got one insert and the foil one in there. So, it's going to take me a minute before I can get all the foil ones. I'm still on the fence about opening up the other box. Maybe we'll do an unboxing.
Oh yeah, if we ever open it up, we'll do like our own camera pack rip. Throw that as a separate video. It'd be something cool. And actually, that's what we probably end up doing in the future. That's whether it's these trading cards, Pokemon, Magic. Whenever I buy like packs and stuff, I'm gonna start like opening them up on camera. Have y'all some little bit of entertainment on that. And now that we just now got our Whatnot page started, we're gonna be setting up Whatnot shows pretty soon. So make sure y'all guys look out for that.
Yeah, we'll show post a little reel for it, and then we'll post it onto YouTube so that way you guys can follow us. We'll put the link in there or what the name is, and that way you guys can follow us on Whatnot because we're gonna be selling cards on Whatnot, and we're gonna be doing some comic books.
Cool.
And we're pretty deep with comic books too.
Oh
so
yeah, plenty of it.
We got enough backstock comic books that we can do a weekly show on Whatnot.
Oh, yeah.
At least an hour or two for probably like 2 years.
Yeah,
3 years maybe without stopping.
I'm gonna say between me, you, Marcus, and Cecil, we got plenty of inventory to throw out there.
Shoot, we could probably do 2-hour shows a week and not run out of stuff for at least 2 years.
Yep.
So, but that's if everybody wants to sell their personal stuff.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah, I know, right? Shoot, some of this stuff was the main purpose of buying was to try to flip and resell it.
Yeah,
A lot
I
of good
mean,
amount of it.
well, my Uncanny run, I was trying to complete the Uncanny run, but getting Uncanny X-Men #1 is just it's getting pricier every couple of months. That book just
Yeah.
slightly goes up in value, and I'm like, nah, my wife's gonna kill me if I drop $20,000 or $30,000 on a
Right.
somewhat decent copy. So, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I'm only like 40 something issues away from completing the entire Uncanny X-Men run, and I'm like, do I go for it or do I just give up? Because that's gonna cost me. I'm missing 9 of the first 10 issues, plus the first 2 appearances of Juggernaut, and there's the Polaris issue and like one other key issue that I'm missing. Oh, and the Giant Size X-Men #1. So that's that's tens of thousands of dollars right there if I want decent copies. So those might hit the chopping block here soon.
Yeah. So that was our episode 3 there. Anybody who's on our social media page, whether it's Facebook, TikTok, Instagram.
We haven't set up the Instagram yet, though.
Yeah. When we set up all our social medias, make sure y'all follow us on that and definitely subscribe to our YouTube channel. All right, y'all guys. See you next time.